Ontario, Canada is a diverse and extravagant province. Its southern part nuzzled between four of the Great Lakes. In southwestern Ontario, on the shore of Lake Huron, is Huron County. Because of Huron's location next to Lake Huron, it makes for prime collecting of wind and solar energy. In 2010, about 33% of electricity was generated through wind and solar. Since early 2009, Ontario has been trying to move toward a cleaner future with the Renewable Energy Act introducing wind and solar projects throughout the province. Huron County has been an active participant in this. As Ontario moves toward a cleaner future, what does the next generation have to say about it?
I think it's a good idea, but I don't think they're supported enough yet.
I don't really have opinions on renewable energy.
Oh, I've always thought it was a really good idea. I know there's some controversy debating whether it could be good for us or bad for us, especially with the wind turbines, but I think renewable energy can be really effective no matter what might be a little bit of repercussions.
Well, I think it's better for the environment, but I don't think it's as good. I think older non-renewable energy does a better job. It's just worse for the environment.
We can always keep using it. The nuclear, you use it once, it's done. At least with the solar and the wind, it's always there.
It's a step in the right direction. I think that there's stuff that they still need to maybe work out, but overall it's a good thing.
How do you feel about Canada's environmental initiatives?
There are some.
I have no idea about the energy initiatives. We learn about them in school somewhat, but there hasn't been much in the newspapers, it seems, or nothing that I've seen.
I feel like the renewable energy initiatives are a very good step forward in what the country in general is trying to do. We've eventually got to get away from the coal and all the non-renewable sources that we're using right now.
I think they need to improve it a lot because there's not enough going on.
How well informed do you feel about the renewable energy initiatives in Huron County?
Not at all. It seems like it just happens. They don't tell anyone, but I'm in high school, so I don't really know what else is going on outside of these walls.
I don't really know that much about it, so I guess I'm not that informed.
I do not feel well informed at all.
How do you feel about solar panels?
Oh, I like them.
When I see a solar panel, I feel happy.
Well, my family owns two, so I think they're really, really good. It's a good way to make money.
Solar panels, they are a good idea. They generate lots of energy, but they are extremely delicate and extremely expensive. And I've heard talk about insurance companies not willing to insure them because it would be big loss if they got hit by a rock or something, you know? They're delicate and they're expensive, but effective.
Solar energy is a good idea, a great idea. It's expensive at this point. I think there needs to be some way to make it so it's cheaper energy to receive. And once that becomes possible, then I think the place that we're going towards with it is going to be a lot better.
How do you feel about wind turbines?
I don't think we need them, and we shouldn't really invest money into them because I don't think they produce enough energy to be worth putting up everywhere.
They screw up the birds' migration patterns, and I honestly don't know because they're not near my place, but apparently they are noisy. I don't know, it kind of takes out part of the field of the farmers that are using it to grow stuff that they need to sell and survive.
All I know about the wind turbines is the signs that say stop the wind turbines.
I feel also we need to work on refining the renewable resource gatherers that we have. For instance, I know that the wind turbines, they actually require energy to get them spinning. And there has been a bit of controversy as to whether or not the energy expenditures caused by them starting up the turbines is actually more or less than what they generate.
And I think the talk about how the wind turbines are a nuisance and are non-refundable are kind of naive. Because it's all good to be rich, but if you don't have a world to be rich on, that's kind of a waste of time.
How do you feel the government is doing in finding renewable energy sources?
I would say not very well. I mean, if you look at the oil sands in Alberta, it's obvious that their focus is not in the right place.
I think that the government, it's good that they're actually searching. I think what they need to really learn is follow-up, though, because it seems as though they're still using coal energy, they're still using all of these not renewable resources, right? And for the energy. And for instance, I know that Stephen Harper was going to China to talk to people to refine our coal and oil. But then they're going back and saying that they want to work with renewable energy. So I like that they're searching, but they need to learn follow-up.
I think they're doing a relevant job. I wouldn't say it's great at this point. I think progress needs to be made more so towards what's safer for wind energy, because there's a lot of questions about whether it's safe or not. Solar energy, the initiatives that are being made, they were kind of left a little blank and drawn open, so there's some issues going on there, and I think more needs to be looked into to make sure that things can be done correctly.